All right, we're starting laying down so that we can really relax the whole back body onto the floor. And always feel free to bend your arms and legs however way feels best. Find your breath. Big inhales, big exhales. Using all of the available space on the front body, the sides of the body, and the back of the body. So all sides of your torso are expanding outward, taking in as much breath as you can. And with your exhale, all parts of the torso are moving inward toward your center of gravity, somewhere behind your belly button. Continue to watch your breath. Notice how it's doing. Normally, as we go through our days, our working breath, our normal daytime breath, tends to be a bit short and shallow. And so all the muscles of the chest and the rib cage and the back, they get kind of stuck in that short, shallow breath pattern. And that's why it's so helpful and important for us to take some time at the very beginning of the practice to reestablish a very conscious breath pattern. And this is not a skill that we can cultivate for just on the mat use, right? We want to take these skills off the mat and make them relevant in our lives. So anytime you feel stressed or angry or sad, things that all humans feel, you have a tool that you can use to deal with those emotions, and that is your breath. Simply taking a few moments to intentionally deepen and lengthen your breath can bring so much relief to body, mind, and spirit. So I hope that you'll take this breath with you and use it whenever you need it, this deep breath. Let's lengthen this breath even more. Maybe if we could add a whole second to the inhale, and a whole second to the exhale. Maybe at the top of the next inhale, hold there for a little bit. At the bottom of the exhale, hold there for a few seconds. And then let's start to bring a little movement into this stillness. So let's stretch out arms and legs here. Make yourself really long, like you just woke up and you feel great. Okay, let's take a little longer through the right side of the body. So stretch out a little longer through the right arm and leg. Maybe a little bit of contraction in the left side, in the obliques, keeping that belly button down so that you even have more space in that right side to breathe into. And then we'll switch sides. The right side will return to normal and the left side will be even longer and stretchier. So reach out more through the left hand, more through the left foot. Maybe contract a little bit in the right obliques and draw the belly button downward. Breathe into that left side. All right, let's bring it back to center. Big breath in here, nice and long. And as you exhale, pull your knees in, reach for your shins, pull your forehead towards your knees. Again, inhale, come out long. Exhale, pull it in. Okay, can you just take a few more like this, just at the pace of your breath? Long inhale, strong exhale. Keep going, long and strong. 2 more. One more. Pull it in and hold here. You might even interlace your fingers around your knees and move your forehead a little closer to your knees. Big breath. Focus on the exhales. One more breath in. And let that go. Go ahead and drop your head. Okay. And let's get the legs up in the air here. You can circle out your ankles. And we'll get our arms up in the air too. All right. Bending your knees. Center your knees just above your hips. Maybe move them a little further away from your belly button so that your kneecaps are right over where your femur bone attaches into your hip. And hands are reaching up. If it's okay with your neck, peel your head and shoulders up off the floor, but keep a little space between your neck and your chest so that the front and back of your neck are long. Okay, we'll just wake up your core a little bit here. We'll get the left foot pressing forward. Hover that at the edge of the mat there. Right hand reaching forward. Bring it back to center. Inhale, right leg reaches forward, left arm follows. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, left leg, right arm. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, back to center. So keep it going just like this. Keep breathing. If you need less, just put your head down, okay, and bring your knees in closer. And I'm showing you what that might look like. If you need a little more, use your hands. When you're not using your hands, put them behind your head. So you're just having your abs work a little bit more. 3 more on each side. 3. And 3. 2. And 2. Last one. That was 1. Go ahead and let that go. Tuck your hands behind your knees. Let's rock it up once. 2 more times. Twice. 3rd time, come on up and balance in your boat pose. All right. Long spine, belly button scooping up and in. Tailbone points at your toes. So remember your options in boat. Hands and feet can always come down, no problem. Okay, but your chest is rising nice and tall. Your shoulder blades are snapping together behind your heart. And if you want that extra challenge, try floating your hands beside your legs. A little more challenge, you can just extend your knees. Okay, so we're going to roll it down to our low back. So could you very carefully roll just your low back onto the floor and hold it right there. Okay, little core awakening for you. And then big exhale, roll it back up to a boat. So you can do this with your hands and feet on the ground as well. Let's do it together. Roll it down to your low back. I'm giving you a gentle version of this. Okay, exhale, bring it up. 3 more times, friends. Inhale, half boat, Ardha Navasana. Exhale, full boat. Inhale. Exhale. Let's hold the next one. Inhale. Exhale. Hold and breathe. Okay. You want a little break? Hands and feet come down. You want a little more? Move your feet a little closer to your hands. Lengthen that spine and breathe. Big breath in here. Last breath. Let it go as you exhale. All right. If you point your knees out to one side, we'll flip over to hands and knees. So hands and knees. I'll meet you here. Let's do some cat-cows. So push the ground away on your exhale. Pull your heart toward the front of the mat on your inhale. Okay, maybe close your eyes as you just feel this movement in your spine. Making sure you're gripping the mat and always lifting your belly button away from the floor to keep your low back safe. And that allows a little bit more flexibility and opening in your upper back. Okay, next time you come back to a flat back, let's pause here. We'll get the right leg out behind. Go ahead and drop the toes to the floor. Okay, drop the right heel to the floor. Swing the left lower leg out to the left. Find a supported side plank. And let's take a moment here. Okay, maybe opening up this right shoulder a little bit. We'll need to bend that bottom elbow and make sure it doesn't lock out. So make sure the left elbow has a soft little bend in it, please. And we'll start to circle out this right shoulder. Okay, make sure that the shoulder is active. So it's almost trying to pull back into the shoulder joint. So there's a little activity there. Let's rewind that. Keep it active. Okay, reach up here and hold. I have a little challenge for you. Try this. Try pressing extra into your right foot. Okay, the toes are pressing down, the outer edge of the foot, the heel, the arch might be lifting a little bit. Okay, no problem there. Lift that arch. But what if we lift the left knee up off the floor? So a little challenge here. You can always put it back down. But if you're feeling great, point the left knee directly out in the direction that you're looking. So straight out to the right. And then see if you can extend the left leg straight out to the right. So breath. Okay, keep breathing. Point your elbow, your tailbone at your right toes. Keep breathing. Bend the left elbow. Okay, soft bend there. One more big breath in. Come down slowly. So let's bend the left knee. Put the left knee back on the floor. Come on down to hands and knees. Tuck your toes here. Let's press it back to a down dog. Okay, walk out this down dog. Oh, shake your head, roll your shoulders. Do all the things you need to do. And as you're ready, walk to your hands. We'll get just up off of our hands for a moment and kind of fold and shake it out. If you can, just flip your hands over here. You might have blocks underneath your hands. Who knows? But we'll just get a little wrist stretch while we're here. Rolling back and forth on our wrists. And let's make sure we do the other side of the hand as well. So top of the hand flipped up. This time the palm is down and we can roll it up and down. All right, as you're ready, our wrist break is over. We can walk the feet to the back of the mat, drop it back to hands and knees. And here we are. Let's get the left leg out behind. Drop that left toe, drop that left heel. Pivot the right lower leg to the right, reaching that left arm up, supported side plank. Let's pause here while I spin around to face you. So soft bend in that right elbow. Let's start to open up the left shoulder. So plug the left shoulder into the shoulder socket. Circle out the arm nice and slowly. Let's rewind it. Okay, reaching up with your left hand, pause, and ground into that left outer edge of that left foot. The toe ball mounds the heel. We might lift the left arch a little bit, but how about hovering this right knee just off the floor? Just see how you feel about it. If you don't like it, you can put it down. If you're feeling fantastic, you can point that right knee directly out to the left or whatever direction you're facing, and then that right leg can extend. Hold and breathe. Point your tailbone at your left toes if it's pointed anywhere else. Nice challenge here to wake up your shoulders and your arms. One more big breath here. And let it go. Come down slowly, right knee down, hands and knees down. And then another down dog. I'll meet you in a down dog here. Walk it out. Okay, inhaling here. Find your plank. Exhaling, walk to your hands and fold. Take a moment to let your head hang. Knees bend. Feel your low back lengthening with the extra weight of your upper body kind of swinging around down here. Here you go, friends. Inhaling here, press into your heels or roll it up. Reach up tall. Right knee comes up as you reach up. Okay, as you exhale, send that right foot back behind you. Drop the toes on the ground. You're in a crescent lunge. Inhaling here, lift your heart. Think of a big chest as you try to squeeze your legs toward each other. And exhale, all hands down, back to plank. Okay, inhale here in plank. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, back up to plank. Remember, you can use your knees in a plank. So let's try it again. Maybe your knees are involved. Exhale, halfway down. Elbows into ribs. Inhale, back up to your plank. One more time. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, back up to your plank. And exhale, down dog. Okay, take a couple breaths here in down dog. And let's keep moving. Inhaling here, right leg up and out behind. With your exhale, drop that right foot between your hands. Inhale here, crescent lunge. Trying to squeeze those knees together as you lift your heart. Exhale, all hands down around the front foot. Back foot steps forward and fold. And we're back where we started at the front of the mat. Inhale here, roll it up. Left knee lifts. Okay, standing on one foot at the front of the mat. Exhale here, send the left toes back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Try to pull the knees together. Exhale, all hands down. Inhale for your plank. Exhale, halfway down, elbows to ribs. 2 more times, please. Inhale for your plank. Exhale, halfway down. Again, inhale, plank. Exhale, halfway down. Here's one more plank. Big breath in and exhale, down dog. Take a couple breaths, shake it out. And then inhale here, left leg up and out behind. Exhale, drop the left foot between your hands. Inhale here, crescent lunge. Try to squeeze those knees together. And exhale, all hands down. Step the back foot forward and fold. Inhale here, roll it up. Right knee comes up. Exhale, step it back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist out to the left. All right, inhale back to center. Crescent lunge. Exhale, big twist. Sink a little deeper in your legs. Inhale, crescent lunge. One more time. Big exhale, twist. Sink a little deeper. Try to squeeze those knees together. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, all hands down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, halfway down. We'll just do it once this time. Inhale for your plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale here, right leg up and out behind. Exhale, drop the right foot between your hands. Inhaling here, crescent lunge. Exhaling here, twist to the left and pause. Okay, holding right here, just breathing. Now let's try to squeeze the knees toward each other. So get that crescent lunge strength. Remember, you can drop the back knee at any time, no problem. So nice little twist here. What if we take the left hand to the left thigh? We can grab or just hold. And keeping that left hip pulling toward the front of the mat, keeping the right hip pulling back. What if we get the right arm up and over? Big open space in the front body. Keep breathing here. The knees are trying to squeeze together, so you're getting that inner thigh pulling inward. Belly button in, the heart lifts a little more. Keep your long neck. Maybe walk your left fingers back a little bit. One more big breath in here. And exhale, all hands down, back foot steps forward and fold. Inhale, roll it up. Left leg coming up in front. Exhale, left foot steps back, crescent lunge. Okay, inhaling here. Exhale, twist to the right. Look behind you. Inhale, back to center, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist to the right. Maybe get a little lower. Again, inhale, crescent lunge. Try to squeeze those knees together. Exhale, twist to the right. Back to center on your inhale. All hands down on your exhale. Inhale for plank. Exhale, halfway down, elbows to ribs. Inhale for plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale here, left leg up and out behind. Exhale, drop the left foot between your hands. Inhale here, crescent lunge. Exhale here, twist to your right and hold and breathe. I'll spin around to meet you. That's what it is. Okay. Here in your lunge, remember, the right hip needs to be pulling forward, the left hip needs to be pulling back, and you can always drop the back knee, no problem. So the right hand can come to the right thigh, maybe walk or tiptoe itself down, but keep that right hip pulling forward as that left arm maybe peels itself up and back. So breathe here. You can get a very gentle stretch across the front of the body or a very big, warm, robust stretch. So you're the boss. Promise me you'll try to squeeze those knees together while you're here. One more big breath in, yogis. And exhale, all hands down. Step the back foot forward and fold. All right, inhaling here, roll yourself up. Exhaling here, drop yourself into a chair posture. So get the hips to come down, get the knees to slightly squeeze together. Inhale back to standing. And exhale, drop into your chair. Again, keep that heart open and big. Again, inhale, stand. And exhale. Let's hold this chair a little bit, shall we? Come on down and hold. Breathe. Let's talk about chair, okay? Let's look at our base. Check out your feet. See if you could lift your arches slightly, even maybe lifting your toes. And put a little squeeze between your legs, like you're trying to smush your legs together, but there's actually a tennis ball of space between them. The belly button rolls back as the tailbone rolls forward, and maybe we can sit a little lower. As a matter of fact, maybe we can touch the floor with the fingertips. Keep the heart reaching forward. Hold and breathe. Drop the hips low. One more big breath in. One more big exhale. Nice. All hands down. Inhaling here, back to plank. Exhaling here, knees down, chest and chin down between the thumbs, looking forward. Inhaling here, find your cobra. Heart pulls forward. Exhaling here, find a down dog. All right, friends, walk it out. I've got us quite warm here. So this is a great time for us to start to really be intentional about this down dog. We can spin the heels out of sight, drop them down, lift the kneecaps. Shoulder blades are sliding down the back as the arms move inward toward each other. So let's ground into that left foot. Get the right leg up and out behind. And let's just hold that right leg up there for a little while. Okay, now try this. Keep that right hip internally rotating. Okay, you can flex point or flank the foot, it's up to you. Keep the belly button lifted so the low back is safe. And keep your shoulders level with each other. And we'll come up way up on the left tippy toes. And then drop the left heel almost to the floor. We're gonna get the back of the left leg warm. Again, left tippy toes. Left heel comes low. Keep breathing. Again, tippy toes. Send it low. One more time, left tippy toes. Big breath in. Stay on your tippy toes. Exhale, pull the right knee to your nose without moving your shoulders forward. 2 more times. Inhale, send the right leg back. Stay up on your left tippy toes. Exhale, pull the right knee to your nose. Don't move your shoulders forward. Again, inhale, send it up and back. Exhale, pull it in. Hold here. 3, 2, and 1. Keep the right knee going and drop the foot between your hands. Inhaling here, crescent lunge. Exhaling here, lean your body weight forward and launch the left leg up into the air. Boom. So here we are. Okay, I'm going to spin around so we can get a little bit balancy. So dancer's pose is where we're headed next. And I'm really excited to share this with you because it's one of my favorites. So I hope you enjoy. But first of all, just keep in mind that you can always rest your arms if they get tired. You can always rest your left foot on the floor if it gets tired. You don't have to force yourself to keep going. So here we are. Let's bend the left knee and point it straight down. Okay, and then you're trying to pull that left heel towards your glute. And you're trying to keep the knees more or less moving inward. So you're trying to keep that left knee from drifting out to the left, like I'm kind of showing you, okay? Keep it moving inward. Let's hinge at the hips. So hinging at the hips, reaching forward with your right hand, like you're trying to shake someone's hand and they're a little bit too far away. So keep that right hand reaching forward. You're hinging at your hips, hinging at your hips, okay? Hinging. Now you may decide to kind of stop right here if you're feeling really challenged and this is enough. But try to keep your hips and shoulders always level with the mat. Keep the left knee moving inward toward the midline. Once you feel like your heart is more or less level with your hips, you can try to send the left hand back for the left foot, finally, okay? If they meet each other, awesome. If they don't, awesome. Just keep reaching. You're still in the posture. Keep breathing. If you got the foot, press the foot back and then pull it in a little bit with your hand. And then keep trying a few more breaths here. If you fall out like I just did, that's great. Okay, get back in. Keep experimenting. Let the heart drop nice and low. Let the foot press back. Let the hand pull it in again and again and again. Feel the left shoulder opening up, the left hip flexor, the back of the right leg. By the way, feel free to bend that right leg at any time. Now let's see if we can come out really calmly, okay? We're going to unhinge at the hips here. We can release that left leg. Go ahead and drop that left foot to the floor and shake it out, roll it out, shake it out. Okay, we're still here at the top of the mat, so let's keep going. Inhaling here, lift your heart. Exhaling, sit down into your chair. Inhale to standing and exhale back into your chair. One more chair, please. Inhale and exhale. Let's hold it right here. Put a little squeeze between your knees. Lift your heart. Send the hips a little lower. Breathe. How would it feel if you were trying to squeeze your legs together right now? Drop a little lower. One more big breath in. Stay here for your exhale. Nice. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, fold it down. Palms are down. Inhaling here, back to your plank. Exhaling here, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale for that cobra. And exhale, down dog. All right, friends, here we are in down dog. Let's make this a nice intentional one. So always feel free to bend your knees, drop to your knees. Anything like that is always acceptable. I always want you to modify and take whatever of my suggestions work for you and just let the other ones go. Okay, becoming conscious of that action of everything squeezing in toward the midline here. Elbows, thumbs, knees, right and left thigh, all trying to squeeze together. And let's keep all that as we put some extra weight in the right leg and lift up on the left leg. Let's hold and breathe. So we can flex point or floint the left foot, no problem, but we do want to activate the whole entire leg, please. So internally rotate the left hip, scoop the belly button in. Ready? Coming up on the right tippy toes, allowing the right heel to come way far down, but almost down, but not all the way. Again, right heel comes up, right heel comes down. Again, right heel comes down. Right heel up, hold, big breath in, left leg up behind, exhale, left knee pulls towards your nose. Keep the shoulders where they are. Inhale, left leg back. 2 more times, please. Exhale, left leg in. Hold your shoulders where they are. Again, inhale, left leg back. Last one, exhale, pull it in. 3, 2, and 1. Keep the knee moving forward. Drop it between your hands. Inhaling here, crescent lunge. Exhaling, shifting your body weight forward. Launch the right leg up into the air. Here we are, beautiful people. Another dancer, okay? So remember your options. Your hands can rest. Your foot can rest. You're still in the posture. So we'll start by bending the right knee and pointing it down. And you're trying to bring that heel in towards your glute, but at some point you might get a cramp. So you don't have to get carried away with that. Okay, start reaching arms up. And then we can get the left hand reaching forward like you're trying to give someone a handshake, but they're a little too far away. So notice we're not even trying to grab that right foot yet. Let's start to hinge, hinge, hinge at the hips. So that right line, that right knee is just kind of an extension of the line of your spine. It's pointing away from the top of your head. And when you feel like your heart is level with your hips, then let's reach the right hand back. You may find it today, you may not. Either way is wonderful and perfect. You're still in the posture. So take a few more moments here, just breathing, maybe falling, but definitely coming back in. It's different every day. So allow that right shoulder to peel open as you pull the foot in, and then the foot kicks back a little bit. And then you pull the foot in, and the foot kicks back a little bit. So notice the hips and shoulders have to be level for this to work. The second one shoulder or hip gets out of level, it's hard to balance. As you're ready, dancers, let go of the right leg. We'll start to fold ourselves back up out of this. And slowly let that right leg go. Shake it out. We're at the front of the mat. So here we are. Big breath in. Lift that heart. And exhale. Just one very nice chair squat here, please. Inhale to stand. And exhale to fold. Halfway up, inhale. And big fold, exhale. Maybe bend your knees, hug your legs close.
palms are down here. Let's inhale back to plank. You might hop or step. And exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale here. Come forward through your cobra or your up dog with strong lifted legs. Heart still pulling up and forward. And exhale for your down dog. And walk it out, friends. Okay, I'd like to get a little strong and open in the shoulders with you. So at any time in this next sequence or series, you're always welcome to drop your knees and take a load off. So from your down dog, let's just play a little bit. Keep those elbows moving inward. Okay, you know that when the elbows bend, we always want them to bend to point down. We want to prevent them from pointing out to the side. Okay, that would be unideal for our down dog. See if you can bring one elbow all the way to the floor and then bring it back up. Switch sides, other elbow all the way to the floor and bring it back up. Keep going, side to side. Keep breathing. And if this is better on your knees, or if it's better with your feet way back toward the back of the mat, you can try that. You can walk your feet back away. And now I want you, if one elbow at a time is okay, try experimenting with 2 elbows down, 2 elbows up. See if you can completely synchronize. 2 elbows down, 2 elbows up. Maybe 3 more times. Down, keep breathing, and up. I find it helpful to exhale on the effort, so you might inhale down and exhale up. Last one. Inhale down, and let's hold here. You are now in a dolphin pose. So you're still pushing into the floor with your elbows. There's still a slight squeeze between your elbows. And you're welcome to walk your feet away from your elbows to make this less intense. You're welcome to walk your feet towards your elbows to make this more intense, or drop your knees. But if you want a little extra here, you can lift that right leg up and out. Breathe. Keep the hips level. Breathe. So much heat building in your shoulders. So we're not only strengthening, but we're also stretching out your shoulders really nicely. If you have one leg up, switch legs calmly and breathe. All right. You have a leg up, one more big breath here. And allow that leg to come on down. From here, drop your knees, okay? We're gonna use all this heat and mobility that we just naturally built up to open the heart and the upper body and stretch it open even more. So your knees are under your hips, friends, and try to keep that so the hips just right over the knees. Walk your hands out as far as they go from there. And then make spiders out of your hands. So you're actively kind of pushing the floor away from you. Keep your longest neck, please, and lift your belly button into your spine as you begin to drop your heart toward the floor. You may find your forehead resting on the floor is the best place for you. You may decide to open it up to your chin on the floor. And you may also decide that it's okay for you to put your chest on the floor. It's really up to your low back, okay, and your shoulders. So ask your low back and shoulders what they think. But let's take a few more breaths here, please. Keep the belly button lifting. Okay, keep the fingers pressing back. Keep the heart opening toward the floor. And remember your longest neck possible, please. If everything's going well, you can experiment with extending one leg out behind you. And try switching legs. If all of that went well, you may decide to experiment with 2 legs out behind you. Wherever you are, whatever you're experimenting with, We're going to come down out of this. So start to walk your elbows back in. Should be feeling a lot of really nice opening and maybe some noodliness in your shoulders. And so let's give your shoulders a little break. Tuck your toes here, just a brief down dog. And inhaling here, right leg up and out behind. Exhaling here, drop the right foot between your hands. Boom. Let's walk the hands over to the left side of the mat. And I'll spin around to face you. So you're in a wide leg forward fold here. Your feet are about a leg length apart. All right, and we'll turn our toes out slightly here. Bend the knees a bit, and then you can use your knees, one hand on each thigh, to press yourself up to a horse pose. So here we are in our ultimate leg strength, lower body strength posture, horse pose. So we want to sink down nice and low. Don't be shy. Get the knees to open wide. And as a matter of fact, take your arms out wide and open them too. Horse pose is really useful posture for just opening up the whole front body. So your entire back body, from your shoulders down to your glutes, is opening your front body. Let's sink a little lower. And roll the shoulder blades down your back. Could you pull your belly button in a little more? And sink a little lower. Now try this. Try squeezing your heels toward each other. As if they were trying to drag themselves toward each other. Squeeze them in a little more. Always a good time in horse pose, my friends. One more big breath in here. One last exhale. As you inhale, straighten up your legs. Come up high. And exhale. Go ahead and grab your hips. We'll turn our toes in. Okay, toes inward now. And if your hands on your hips, hopefully you can just kind of use your hands to fold yourself at the hips. Come on down. Hands will drop under your shoulders. Take a little time here just to hang. And breathe. In your wide leg forward fold, you may walk your hands back away from your face. So they're way back between your feet. And you can think of pointing your fingers in the same direction as your toes and centering your elbows over your wrists. Top of the head points down. And of course, if your head touches the floor, shorten your stance. However, if you want a little bit more opening in your chest, if you didn't have enough opening with that Anahatasana, keep your hips over your feet. We're going to walk our hands forward, grab the floor, and open your armpits and shoulders and chest down toward the floor here. So just a different flavor that you can try. As you're ready, my friends, walk your hands back up underneath your shoulders. And we'll walk the hands back over by that right foot and step it back to the front of the mat. So both feet at the front of the mat and hang. Take a moment just to fold. Inhale to roll it up. Exhale, just one very nice chair here. Sit down into your chair, please. Inhale to stand. Exhale to fold. Palms are down. Inhale to plank, hop or step. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale for a cobra or an up dog. And exhale, down dog. Walk it out here, shake it out. Notice how your down dog is feeling now. Hopefully a little different than before. Let's do the other side. Inhaling here, left leg up and out behind. Exhaling here, drop the left foot between your hands. Walk your hands over to the right side of the mat, and I'll spin around again to face you. So again, you're in your wide leg forward fold. Feet are about a leg length apart. Okay, and then this time, instead of you pointing your toes way out to the side or way inward, point them just straight out toward the edge of the mat. Put a little bend in your knees, and we'll use these thighs to press up to standing. So we'll get even stronger in the legs now. So always feel free to decrease your range of motion and take those breaks. Let's just get our arms out of the way. I like to just cross my arms over my chest and grab my shoulders because they really do get in the way sometimes, but feel free to make up your own arm arrangement. Let's put a little bend in the right knee. Okay, and as you bend the right knee, you might find yourself naturally pointing your right toes to the right. Allow that to happen. There's no problem with that. But we're going to sink the hips toward the right, but also move them back. So think of mostly moving those hips back as you sink your hips, and then press them back up. Let's move to the other side. Drop into the left heel. Press it back up. So even though you're folding, right, your upper body drops, do your best to keep your heart up. It's challenging, but just do your best. Okay. Move the hips back as you move them down. Every time, move them back and down. Now, as this opens up a little more, and it might, okay, you can start to point the opposite toes up. Okay, the toes that you're moving away from might just naturally want to point up. Okay, Skandasana. If that's not appropriate for you, you just want to keep your hips kind of high, do that. You can just reduce the range of motion. Alrighty? Now I have an extra challenge for you. For those of you, it's easy for you to go kind of low. Try this. Without coming back up, I'm going to show you what I mean. Switch sides. Then come back up. Okay? Come back down without going back up. Switch sides. Back up. Okay, you can think of exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Try it a few more times. Keep that big heart high. Maybe one more time. All right, next time you come up, let's let that go, okay? You can have your hands on your hips again. Use that to hinge yourself at the hips and fold all the way back down. Okay, hands under shoulders. Let's just breathe. So feel free to take any of the forward fold options that I ever give you. I give you a lot of options in a forward fold here. But today I think it'd be fun to play around with a little bit of a split kind of vibe. So think about walking your feet away from each other. And just, you don't have to feel like you have to do anything crazy here. You can just make it really work for you. Please put a little micro bend in your knees if you feel any pain in your hamstrings or in your thigh. But just walk the feet out. And then make sure your feet, knees, and hips are still all in the same line. And then remember to keep a gentle squeeze between your feet. So almost like your feet are trying to press into the floor as they're sliding away from each other. Like you're trying to push yourself away from the floor. You might find yourself coming down to your elbows. Who knows? Let's take a few more breaths here. Just breathing, long spine, strong legs. Okay, as you're ready, friends, we'll start to peel ourselves back up out of this. So don't rush it. Sometimes you can just kind of heel toe your feet back into center until you get to a spot that you can move from. And then we'll start to walk the hands back over by the left foot. Step the right foot forward, and we are back in a fold at the top of the mat. Shake it out, fold it. With your inhale, roll it up. And with your exhale, sit down into your chair. Inhale to stand. Exhale to fold. Okay, palms are down. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale to your cobra or your up dog. And let's actually hang out here on the floor in this back bend for a little while. So whatever back bend you came into, allow your hips to come back down. And I just want to play around with this fun back bend. So let's Sphinx it for a little while. We're pressing the hips into the floor. Definitely lifting that belly button a little bit, even if it's just the idea of a lift, right? It might not actually lift. And using these elbows to pull down and back. So your big heart is moving forward because of the down and back action of your elbows. And notice how long your neck is. And let's just take a few breaths here in our Sphinx. Close your eyes. Feel your neck rising up out of your spine. So we'll start to deepen this Sphinx a little bit. Okay, so just use your instincts and listen to your body, please, to decide what suggestions you'll take. Let's start to pull back a little more on those elbows. Press down a little more in that pubic bone. And maybe we'll start to hover the right leg up off the floor. Press down with that pubic bone. Pull the heart forward. And breathe. Let's let that leg go. And slowly maybe lift up the left leg. Okay? Everything else about the posture stays the same. Long neck, heart moving forward. All right, let that go. This time, again, the right leg comes up. This time it bends. The right foot wants to move toward the back of your head. Hold and breathe. Let that one go. Left leg bends. The foot wants to move toward the back of your head. Everything else is the same. Heart pulls forward. Hips are heavy. Pubic bone moving down. Let the left leg go. Last time on the right knee bends. The toe points at the back of your head. What about this? If you can lift your elbows but keep them pointed down and keep your hands pulling the heart forward. What if you put some extra weight in your right hand without making your neck any shorter and reach the left hand back for that right foot? Okay, maybe it happens today, maybe not. Either way, keep trying, keep breathing. Long neck, elbows point, or right elbows pointing down, heavy hips. Can we push the right foot a little further away? And pull back on the right foot again. That dance. Okay, release the right leg calmly. Release the left hand down in front calmly. Here we go. Left leg bends. Extra weight in the left hand. Keep that pulling forward though. Right hand might come back for the left foot. The left foot moves away. The right hand pulls it back. And they just keep dancing like that. Left foot moves away. Right hand pulls it back. Keep breathing. Keep that heart pulling forward. Feel that great stretch in the front of your shoulder. As you're ready, friends, let that go. Come out in slow motion and settle your head down. Let's take some breath here, just soaking that up. What a nice little back bend moment. As you are ready, hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. We'll press it up to hands and knees. And then let's take it down a child's pose from here. Little child's pose. You can have the knees together or apart, but we'll sit back on the heels. And you might take a few moments here, allowing your head to settle back toward the ground. Breathe deeply into your low back. Take your time here. Let the low back kind of loosen up on its own. All right, let's bring it back up to hands and knees. And if you sit your hips to one side, we'll stretch out, okay, in a nice little half straddle, okay? So we'll take the right leg out to the right, stick it out there, and we'll pull the left foot in. So it's like the left leg is in a straddle, but we just pulled the foot in. So the knees are pointed in opposite directions. And if you feel limited here, especially if it's hard for you to sit up straight, okay, then just put a bend in the back of your right knee like I'm showing you. You can make it big or small. Even if you can fully extend the leg, put a micro bend in the knee, just a little something. Okay, ready? Going to open up this whole left side. Let's take the right hand to the left hip. Grab on tightly. The left arm can reach up. So let the left side get super long here as you ground into the left hip. And as you exhale, reach to the right. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach up, get a little longer in the left side. Exhale, reach it over. One more, please. Big breath in. And big exhale. Hold and breathe. Okay, gentle option. Let your right elbow rest on your right thigh and support yourself. More spicy option. Right elbow to the floor. Okay, you can think of revolving that top part of your body open, that whole left side. But remember to keep the shoulders away from the ears and lengthen the neck, lengthen the spine on all sides. You may be able to tickle your right toes with your left fingers, but it's not necessary. And if you do, make sure that you still have a lot of space around your ears and you're still putting the left hip on the ground. One more big breath here. And come on up. And let's pick up this left leg. Just pick it up. Okay, and we'll turn to face the right leg. So we're turning over as if we wanted to square our hips and shoulders off on that right big toe. And let's just pick the left foot up off the floor. You can just hold it in your hands. Experiment with just picking it up. If it's not good, just keep it on the floor if you don't feel good about picking it up. But if you can, hold and lift, and then sit up nice and tall. And then experiment with lifting the foot even more, okay? What's possible here, of course, without pain. But if you find that it's okay for you to lift the left foot, maybe level with the left knee, then try putting the left foot into your right elbow. Okay, and I'll turn a little bit so you can see that. So the left foot is now in the right elbow, and your right hand is holding your left leg. The left arm can come around the other side of the leg and also hold the left leg. So if this is where you are and you're feeling great, lengthen your spine, really turn to face your right foot and try to sit up tall with your leg and your arms. So this is called rock the baby. So this is your baby. Sit up tall and actually do rock a little bit. Okay, notice you can kind of massage out your left glute a little bit, the left hamstring, the left outer hip, and IT band are getting a nice opening. So if everything is going great here, you can experiment with extending the knee even more by lifting that foot. If you're still feeling fantastic, you can interlace your fingers around the bottom of your foot and kick the foot up to the ceiling. And you can bend the knee a little more or a little less. No matter where you are, put a soft bend in both your knees at least, and lengthen that spine. One more big breath here in your rock the baby. And then when you're ready to put the left foot down, put it down on the other side of your right leg. Just drop it over there. You can put it down next to your right hip or as close as it gets. The right arm is now in charge of holding the left leg. And we have magically arrived into a twist. The left fingers can come behind you. Long spine, inhale. Walk over the left shoulder, exhale. Take some time just to breathe with me here. Maybe for your last breath or two, you take the right elbow to the outside of the left knee and propel yourself even more deeply into this twist. One more breath, friends. Go ahead and unwind yourself from that. Shake out your legs and let's switch sides. Okay. The left leg will come out to the left. So in kind of a straddle here, like a half straddle. So the knees are pointing out away from each other. The only difference is the right foot is tucked in. Remember to put a little micro bend behind your left knee, please. Left hand to right hip. Right arm up. We're extremely long as we inhale up through the right side from the hip to the fingertips. And exhale to the left. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach up tall. Get a little taller this time. Exhale to reach. One more time. Big breath in. This is the tallest. Ground the right hip. Exhale and reach. Let's hold here, friends. Just breathe. Option A, left elbow to left thigh. Option B, left elbow on the floor. Option C, grab those toes, but keep those hips down wherever you are, and a lot of space around your ears. And with every inhale, lengthen the spine even more. As you're ready, come up and out of this. And let's transition to getting that baby. Okay, rocking the baby. So we're taking this right foot, picking it up, and turning over to face the left toes. So we're trying to square off hips and shoulders on those left toes. And we're experimenting just at first with just lifting the right foot up off the floor. So you can just grab it and just pick it up. See how you feel about that. If that's a lot, you can just leave it on your left thigh or leave it on the floor. If everything goes great, experiment with lifting the foot. Okay, if it comes up level with its own knee, it's probably okay to put it in your left elbow and grab the leg with your left hand. Right hand comes around the other side and we have the baby. So face off to your left toes, please. Get that longest spine and we'll squeeze the baby in toward the chest. So hard to sit up straight with this giant baby in our arms, but we're going to try our best. Let's rock around on the musculature, that right hip, kind of massage it on the floor. And then as you spend more time here, you may decide you've opened up a little bit. You can start to extend the knee a little more. And then maybe you're grabbing your foot with your fingers interlaced and pressing that foot up toward the ceiling. Nice breath here. Keep your spine long. Push out through both your heels and put a mini flex in both knees. Maybe one more big breath here, friends. And as you let it go, drop the right foot on the other side of your left leg. Put it down. And then draw that right heel back towards your left hip. The left arm now is in charge of holding the right leg. And we can look over that right shoulder. Okay, long spine inhales. Twist from the belly button on your exhales. Maybe for this next few breaths, you deepen this twist with the left elbow outside the right knee. Remember that long spine, please. That's crucial for twisting. And the heavy right hip. As you're ready, unwind yourself. All right, we'll take a little shake out in the legs, and then it's time to come all the way down. So resting posture, roll it down to the mat. And rest, okay? Shavasana might be your resting posture. Maybe something else. If your upper body is feeling tight today, you might open up your chest a little bit by bending your elbows and letting your shoulder blades tuck a little more underneath you. Your hands can just flop out to the side. To ease up on your low back, you can knock your knees together. And to open your hips, you can drop your knees apart. Either way, my friends, rest. Find slow breath through your nose. Allow the sensations from your practice to wash over you. With each breath that passes, you can let go a little more. Allow yourself these next few moments to be very intensely present in your body, in this moment. Please keep resting as long as you can. Thank you so much for joining me.